categories. Don't pay attention to new words at this stage, because that's the easiest thing and everybody does this. Oh, new word, I don't know it. Translate, write down, and forget. Years, new word, translate, look up, write down, read tomorrow, forget, next. Everybody follows this strategy, it doesn't work. Therefore, everybody has the power to decide from what state they want to continue this conversation, or they want to initiate this conversation, or how they want to feel in this conversation. Does that make more sense now? So it's not about the right, you see? It's really about the power. Content is free, it's available, it's really all about how you work with content. Are you attentive or not to what's going on? Do you remember what you just saw or heard, or did you immediately translate it into your version of English and that's how you remember it? But the structure of delivering clear explanations is the following. First, you need to understand what you're talking about. Take your time to understand it. Don't rush. The problems that we see most of the time is that people start naming all these details simply because they hurry to reply, because they don't allow themselves the time to think. We teach ourselves to pay attention to two things. One, the words that we know, we recognize, we've seen them before, we learned them, we know them. But when we look at them, but for some reason we never talk like this. We never use these words. You probably know the word stubborn, but you just don't use it, right? You know the word perspective or glorious, you just don't use these words. This is one category. The second category is when you read something or when you listen to something. Actually, it can be intensive reading as well. Basically, we work with content created by native speakers. When you look at something, when you listen to a song, that's what we did with Disney movies, when you read a text and you see a word combination that makes total sense to you, you understand it. But if you translate it directly, it will be a total mess. Yulia, you found those amazing examples from Chip and Dale. Do you still remember those?
Pick up on a Slack?
Yeah, pick up on a Slack, for example. So there is no way to translate it into Russian or to come up with this word combination with your Russian-speaking brain. You understand it. Or once I was listening to a podcast and there was a phrase which said, it's, it's a bad strategy because it means diminishing the human spirit. I would never say that myself. I would never put these words together.